Hi, this is Mushy, hoping to brighten your day, and this is a pick a card reading on messages from the full moon. I forgot to check, but I'm pretty sure it's a full moon in Cancer, but don't quote me on that because I haven't checked yet. Hi, Mocha. But yeah, the reason why I'm over here is because I made some drawings. So so here's all of them. I'll give you a brief description. This is supposed to be a bear. Or what I'm talking about supposed to be. This totally is a bear. This is a bird. And this is a very realistic 3D crystal. So if you choose the bear, that's reading number 1. Or bunny. Or whatever this is to you. If it's just a shape, who knows. This bird is for if you choose reading number 2. And this crystal is for if you choose reading number 3. So this is going to be, grab this remote, messages from the full moon. Something that the full moon energy wants you to know. No. Ooh, no. Okay. Oh, blanket. Princess Mocha. Okay. So for those of you who chose reading number 1, no. 1 second. For those of you who chose reading number 1 second. Listen to the sound. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. We're gonna get started. Good thing it's laundry day. Okay. Cool. Alright, messages from the moon. Here we go. It's a bit of time, but luckily I will have timestamps below. What is your black or something. I feel like it was the Trapped card. And I was thinking that one was maybe coming out for some reason. Alright, well I saw that one. Okay, well that one just blew out. That one, this one. This one. That one. Let's see if this goes anywhere. Yeah, okay. Alright, your message from the moon, or the upcoming full moon, is about letting go. I was also thinking of that card. Letting go of your attachment to a still life is what I hear. I'm hearing you've been resting and recovering a lot perhaps, or taking it easy, and I feel like spirit from the full moon is just kind of trying to say like perhaps it's time to let go of that for now and to kind of get into a busy sort of mindset. I feel like a lot of busyness is coming your way, maybe for all of us, in fact. Oh, really thinking about this. Yeah, and I saw the World card. So, yeah, I feel like a cycle is being completed, and you know this as well. Like, you've really thought about this. You're like, okay, here's the time has come. It's time to, like, really step up my game and like, kind of get to work, you know. Whether that's a job or just, like, getting into your like flow of things again, if you've been just like taking a break from life, whatever this means to you, it's just kind of like you know that it's time to like kind of start getting things complete with this resting period so you can start your next cycle. But yeah, I'm hearing now it is time to heal through action instead of healing through like calm, if that makes sense. So it's like, make sure everywhere you're going to is, or like everything you're doing is still something that can overall benefit you and benefit like your body and like allow you to feel safe and feel like you're actually still recovering. Don't go into a type of work situation like working mode where you overwork yourself. Basically what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like yeah, it's kind of like it's funny because it's about thoughts, but this is kind of like yeah, to be a little more rational versus emotional at this time. All things are important, you know, emotions, thoughts, actions, and things like that. But sometimes it's good to get more into like a mental headspace versus like a heart one. So long as you're candid and honest. Yeah, to me this is also something about letting go. It's more fire energy. We get the 10 of Wands in reverse. I can see straight through the trees with the touch of my hand. I feel, yeah, it's just all about letting go. It's kind of like the truth will set you free. It's pretty much what I hear from this. Whatever that means to you. It's kind of like, even though you went through all this resting period, there's something throughout all of this that you haven't done or haven't learned yet. Like, this cycle may not be complete until you completely let something go from whatever is keeping you in this stuck energy, whatever you're unable to let go of. You need to really let that go so you can learn this kind of final lesson in your like sanctuary or your like healing space, if you can see that. So if that makes sense to you, it's pretty much that, yeah. So yeah, that final thing, the truth will set you free, and with that truth setting you free, you will have truly learned all the lessons you can learn from this one cycle that's about to be complete. Which is true about any cycle. Like, even if there's like 15, quote unquote, like lessons that you missed in a cycle out of like 30, you learned all the lessons you can learn because the cycle completed. So basically I'm hearing this cycle literally won't complete until you learn at least this one other lesson. If that makes sense. I hope this is making sense. Messages from the moon. Whoa, invisible. That's an interesting card. What could this be about? It's kind of interesting because invisible and grow get you 10, which is this 10 of Wands. So, okay, I feel like you need to, I don't want to assume, but perhaps there's somebody you need to cut out. Because with invisible, it's kind of like going away, and the Empress in reverse is just kind of like taking back energy, if that makes sense. I feel like the Empress is this kind of loving energy that has so much for herself, but also has so much to offer. But then in reverse, it's kind of like taking that offer back. So taking an offer back plus invisibility, to me, equals like cutting someone out or letting someone go. So I feel like this whole letting go situation very well could be about a person. But it could just be a situation too. It could be like a work environment, like you need to quit your job. So if this resonates, then cool. But like, you know, if it doesn't resonate and like you listen to this reading, you're like, okay, I guess I'll cut out so and so just because. I wouldn't recommend that. Basically, like, definitely use your own judgment in like your life of what needs to be done. So if you don't feel there's anyone you need to cut out, please don't like go just off this reading. But perhaps if like you're listening to this reading and it's just telling you stuff you already know, then perhaps it is a good time around the full moon to, yeah, we get conclusion, to end this chapter. And let's see how to end it would be knowing that whatever was built, or whatever, this is actually kind of how I see the conclusion. How I see the conclusion is this Two of Pentacles. It's kind of like you will both basically, I hear a peaceful resolve, but that could just be me. Let me pull a clarifier. Let's pull a clarifier on if these two cards are a before or after conclusion. That's a confusing card for that question. Princess of Wands. Alright, one more card for this. Five of Cups. Okay, this is an after. Thank you. That was actually this is a very clear after card. So after this book is over is when you are able to bring up this, I guess, like financial freedom, financial offer where all of what you have is yours to mess with, if that makes sense. So like if you have like $100, now you're like, okay, well, what do I do with the $100 of mine? You know, you're independent and you have all these like things. But next to that, we get Two of Pentacles, which is about a partnership, like a union, some sort of like teamwork come together. So I am hearing like, with Five of Cups is regret, loss, stuff like that. So with losing this person and letting them go, and kind of leaving that and going on to some new energy, you will allow like a new path that has been growing this whole time. So who, basically, I feel like there is someone that you might know of already. With the Princess of Wands, honestly, it just sounds like you or rather, you've built up the traits within yourself to be ready for something new, something different, for somebody different. I would like to say this is like a work situation, but I feel like for a lot of you, this will resonate as a person. So perhaps you're dating somebody, and maybe it's just not working out. Like deep down, if this is resonating, that within all honesty, you don't see this working out, then perhaps it's a good time to let that person go and to like sort of accept the loss and prepare to like embark on a new adventure financially and spiritually. I feel like this will just open up many opportunities for you, and to me that's again just another person, because we get Two of Pentacles, which to me is really a lot about, actually, another message is coming in, and it's also about like juggling, because with the Prince of Pentacles we get juggling, and with a lot of Two of Pentacles cards, there's a lot of this like infinite like juggle of like stuck, but it's almost kind of like, yeah, it's almost like just powerful. I'm just hearing powerful energy, because with the Prince, you have something that you can work with, and with the Two, you get infinity. So I just hear like this is a powerful connection, and so either this is just you, or this is you and a person you can partner up with, and you're going to do something powerful in the financial world, in the physical world, with all of this stuff. Like, you guys can build a really good, solid life, is the potential, you know? Because I want to say potential because, like, let's say you get in a different relationship, and, you know, it like, doesn't go where you thought it would. You know, it's just about, like, it's just kind of like, this is a future you could see. So if you can't see that, then, like, perhaps it doesn't resonate. Or, like, if you don't see that, if you were to visualize. I hope I'm coming off the right way. I'm just going with these messages. Basically, the thing I should really clarify is, like, basically, I'm kind of feeling the vibe of what the cards are saying. And I do not intend to tell you, like, what is what. Because I don't know, like, your situation and whatnot. Hope this is making sense. Woo. And I feel like you'll definitely be okay moving on. I'm gonna be honest, I get concerned about other people too, so if you're concerned about your partner, because, you know, that's your partner, let's see. Okay, well, I pulled the Ten of Swords. I'm gonna be entirely honest, the Ten of Swords is not the most positive card, but hey, like what comes through the Ten of Swords is a healing energy, and okay, well, Prince of Swords, Prince of Swords in the upright is kind of like saying goodbye to this place you'll miss, and then like moving on, and then in reverse, it kind of just feels like longing for that again and missing it. I don't know, but like, hold on. There is a more positive message for your partner. I am sure of it. Okay. The King of Wands in reverse. Well, regardless, I feel it is still best to do what's best for you. Alright. Last two cards on this person. Okay. Your partner should be fine. So, we're gonna get at this card. Ooh. How interesting. I'm sorry. I have to stop this reading. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I wanted to hear. Oh, but I guess, okay, that's not what cards are about. Alright, so your partner has a tough recovery ahead of them. That's how I feel. And perhaps you have a tough recovery ahead of you, but with the cards, I honestly don't think so. And this card is the House of Night, and this is Lovers in reverse. I just feel like maybe the energy with that person perhaps just isn't working out. Lovers in reverse is just kind of like maybe you felt very strongly about them before and you just don't feel that way in your own home anymore. Maybe for some of you or a lot of you, this person you're with, you like literally live with them in the same house. And so I think that might make a lot of this like kind of a challenge, but regardless, I see. I'm sorry for like making that so dramatic. I'm finally seeing. So everything is a matter of perspective. This is about fear. With Ten of Swords energy, what could go wrong, basically? What could go wrong is you guys will miss each other and, oh, like, they lost this flame in their life and, whoa, they're way out of balance and, oh man, they're just gonna go out and drink and do things and just, like, not go in and heal, blah, blah, blah. These are, like, fears, essentially. So yeah, my apologies about earlier. I was like, how is there no positive message? But I think universe is just like, let's test this guy out and see if he can get the message. And I can. Everything is a reflection. Everything is a possibility. That's just one of many. It could go the other way. You guys could leave things behind and be like, alright, I'm ready to embark on a new journey. You guys can both know together that, okay, we are our own flames. We can seek out another flame that's like our flame, you know? We all have torches. Let's find another person with that same torch. Or like, I don't know, torch made from the same wood. Or like from the same fire. Six of Cups. Everybody is striving for balance, I would say. Emotional balance is key. If you can trust yourself that you'll be okay, you should be able to trust the other person that they will be okay. Because whatever bond was made, even if you break that bond in the physical world, spiritually that bond was created, so in a sense you two are connected. And you can always like do some like clearings and meditations to cut those cords and strings rather, and to like feel not attached. But since we are all a part of this earth, like they will always be existing, and so if you feel emotional balance, they should be able to also strive for that same balance. The Hermit, yeah, it's okay. Like perhaps people will like reverse or unreverse. This is actually overall, in my opinion, a very positive card, because in the reverse, the way I see it is all about action and a lot about going out and doing something. And the upright, I just see it as going within and finding a lot of wisdom. And I think both lead to going within and finding wisdom, whether you're being social or like closing in a little bit and just kind of like breathing and relaxing and going on your own journey, you know? So, yeah, that, I think, is your message from the moon. That's how I feel about this. Sorry if my energy bothered anyone or if I offended anybody with how I was reading these cards. That was not my intention at all. And I don't know how to do video editing, so I can't really, like, necessarily fix it. Actually, to correct that, I do know how to do video editing. My computer doesn't have the... I don't know if drives is the right word. Basically, my Windows isn't genuine for some reason. It's like my dad's copy, but we didn't have the key code or whatever. So I can't do most features. So, yeah. But that was reading number 1, Messages from the Moon, the full moon. And I do see myself doing another full moon reading later. This is kind of like setting you up for the full moon energy. By the way, that's on the 28th. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of like setting everyone up for full moon, or like this is my intention, and then after the full moon is my next intention. So actually, yeah, I'll do 3 readings about the full moon, guys. I'm gonna do one before, gonna do one on it, like during, like what kind of night is it perhaps, and then one after of like the sort of like what's happened, what now, like what steps perhaps were taken, and so forth, stuff like that. So, very interesting reading. I'm gonna have to check my phone real quick and make sure that I'm not talking to like a dead camera, because sometimes my phone dies. Wow, I spent a long time on that reading, so something tells me these readings are going to be rather long. So for readings number 2, I'm going to transfer this to my computer and just do a second part. Yeah, so thank you for listening. I really hope my energy was more so positive than negative, because I did not intend for anything to be negative. Not that negative is like bad, because you know, with all good is bad. Yeah, with all light is dark, and these are all just kind of like good is bad, bad is good, all that stuff. I get that, but I really do like to keep my readings more, at least like as honest as they can be. So basically, if it's not entirely positive like it was a bit ago, I will mention it or like something like that. But overall, there's always a positive message to be found, so sometimes I just lose sight of that. But yeah, hope this didn't, I really hope this didn't get anybody like bad vibes or give anyone like a wrong message or something like that. Just take what you can learn from these videos, if you can learn anything from what I have to say. Like if anything I say is like helpful, take it. And if it's not helpful, please don't take it, because that was not my intention. I'm just trying to help the best I can. Alright, I'm gonna put this on my computer and make a second part. Sending love and light. Thanks for listening. Peace out.